Welcome back to the Z-Listers podcast. I'm your host, Adam. I'm joined by my co-host, Austin.
What's up?
I'm also joined by my other co-host, Maynard.
Welcome back.
A little bit different today. I'll be hosting today. Austin's voice is a little bit under the weather, so I'll be running us through this podcast tonight.
hmm
This is episode 7. Welcome back, or welcome to. If you're a new listener, feel free to subscribe and hit the notifications to get notified when our new videos come out. We've already had five previous episodes and a couple of movie reviews, so go feel free to check that out. But with further ado, we'll get jumping right into it. So, this podcast, we're going to be jumping into our top four 90's movies, specifically from the 1990s to 1999, our top four. Reasons for, because we're kind of going through the letterbox way. So, and there's a lot of 90's movies that we really enjoy. So, adding an extra one won't hurt us. But before we kind of get started, we always like to do our segment, What Are We Watching? I'm going to start with Maynard today and just see what we're watching this week.
Uh, me and my girlfriend just finished watching Modern Family because she hadn't watched it yet. It was fun. It's such a fun show. Uh, we're just like it took us like 4 months to watch from season 5 to season 10. Outside of that, I did end up watching the drama last Friday and the Super Mario Galaxy movie as well.
I was planning to go watch that tonight, but I think it's getting a little too late and I have to work tomorrow. So probably have to put Super Mario till tomorrow after work.
Mm. What do you think of the drama, Maynard?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I have some thoughts about it. I
Mm.
really like the performances. I think Robert Pattinson's and like their performances were really good, but the story was very underwhelming a little bit.
Mm. Mm.
I
Do
thought
you
that was a
find?
little bit of a strong point of the movie. It's just I didn't expect what was going to happen when it
Oh,
when
this
it happened. I was
So,
not expecting it to be that type of movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but I was seeing a lot of stuff. And excuse my voice, everybody. I'm sorry. It's really bad. I probably shouldn't be doing this podcast, but I was seeing that a lot of people were upset because they make it seem the movie's going to be about one thing and then something crazy happens. A lot of people have been upset about it because they didn't know that that was going to happen in the movie. And so I've seen a lot of people complain that like should viewers know what they're getting going into, because
I
there's
don't
some,
think so. It
you don't
should
think
be
so?
a little bit of a mystery of going. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that surprise because I was not expecting of that happening
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I get that. Like, like if you're sensitive to a certain thing, like it is what it is. But like, I don't think you should. It's not the movie's fault for you know. The movie shouldn't tell you everything that it's about. You should be able to discover it as you're watching it. And so,
That's the
Yeah.
whole point of the movie. That's the whole just
exactly.
to discover it's a story, new original one.
hmm
And I feel like sometimes these trailers give too much away, in which this one, like kind of looking back into what I've seen through the previews, like you would have never even guessed this kind of angle they were taking in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll go watch it like next week because Rayleigh really wants to watch it.
Yeah, you should go watch Project Hail Mary first. How about that? That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
I know. I need to get on to it. But what I'm watching this week, or what I watched this week, so we're currently watching Invincible.
hmm
That's in the middle of the series. A few episodes left. I'm also watching DTF St. Louis. I think I said that last week, but I wasn't sure.
hmm
And that has one episode left. So next podcast, I'll let you guys know what I thought about it. And I watched The Ring for the first time. I never
hmm
saw it before.
I
I've
saw
only
it
seen
on your
like,
letterbox.
yeah, I only saw bits and pieces of it, the first one.
hmm
And then we watched the second one too. And then we watched the third one, which I heard was ass. But it really wasn't. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't good. It was not good. I'd give it 4.5, but it
hmm
wasn't ass. I was thinking like 2 or 3, but it was like a 4.5. But yeah, so that's what I watched this week. TV shows and a couple movies. Um,
Last week's Invincible episode was. like sensory overload for me.
Oh man. Yeah, if anybody's watching it, if you guys are watching it, Maynard, you need to start watching it. Everybody
I've
knows
only
this.
seen season one. I binge watched season one like a
Mm,
day, and I just
you
have
got,
not caught up to it.
yeah, you got to watch the rest. But yeah,
It's
everybody
so
knows the
good.
scene Adam's talking about. Really good sound design, and
Hmm.
so good animation. So yeah, yeah, definitely a squeamish episode for
Yeah.
certain people.
This week I dove into Invincible also. I've been watching it weekly. The new episodes come out. I watched the recent one. It was a good episode.
Mhm.
Also, watched the new episode of Daredevil. So far so good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I also started the new or season one of Paradise. I so far is good. I'm a couple episodes in. I know what the reason why I'm watching it because Megan wants to watch season two, and she wants to get me caught up before watch season two.
Mhm.
Also watching, of course, One Piece because never ending, and also what was it? The new Star Wars animated Maul, Darth Maul series. I just
Oh,
watched
is that
episode.
good?
To be honest, I probably might have to watch episode one because it was more of like a background noise while I was just cooking tonight. So, but I think the animation I was when I was like kind of peeking back and forth, it was really good compared to the old Clone Wars, of course. But I always enjoyed it. Dude, I just got that. I just got the SpongeBob Poppy at Costco. It's good,
Yeah.
the pineapple flavor.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right, guys, let's
Yeah.
get into the podcast. All right, guys. Again, if you missed it at the beginning, I'll be hosting. I'll kind of be running through our top rankings, but we are doing our top 90s movies. So we're going to be going through four through one. So today, since Austin's a little bit under the weather, we're going to start with him. So hopefully we can
Oh,
make it short a little bit, maybe. We'll see. We'll go ahead with his number four.
so I'll put a disclaimer out. I in our previous video where we had our top movies of all time, three of them were from the 90s. Because I don't want to repeat the same movies all the time, I'm going to give you guys different ones that have had a major impact on me. So you won't see The Matrix, Shawshank Redemption, or Goodfellas. Those are all 90s movies. You won't see that in this video. If you want to see that, go to our top four favorite movies of all time, which was our very first video that we put up. But today, my number four, and I thought a lot about this, is The Big Lebowski. Um, it is a Coen Brothers movie. Um, and what's funny about this, I've heard so much hype. Of course, all the Coen brother movies are really hyped up because they are really good. I watched it for the first time and I didn't like it. I was like, man, this was a major letdown. And so I was like, yeah. When people were talking about it, I'm like, yeah. And I didn't like it. I didn't see the hype. I didn't understand it. Like, I don't understand why people think it's funny. And maybe like 2 or 3 years later, I probably watched that when I was like 17. And then when I was like 20, 21, I rewatched it randomly. I don't know why, but man, it clicked. It instantly clicked. And it went from, I don't think this is a good movie to it's one of my favorite movies of the 90s. It's like so good. John Goodman is hilarious. Jeff Bridges is perfect in the role. There is one character where I'm like, I don't really need that character in it, but it's so funny. The premise of it is like just stupid. It doesn't. It's like it's just so random. Steve Buscemi's in it. He's really funny. He doesn't. He barely says anything, but because him and John Goodman have like just John Goodman and him play off of each other, and it's just so funny. Steve Buscemi is funny without even saying anything, and a lot of that's because of John Goodman. But yeah, The Big Lebowski is my number four of the '90s in this list. So funny. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. You got to go watch it because it's a Coen Brothers movie. You got to watch the Coen Brothers. And so yeah, have you guys ever seen it?
Add it to
Uh,
the watch list.
I've seen it once, and I think I had the same impression as you did. I was heavily let down by the movie.
Hmm.
I've not seen it since then at all. To be honest, the first time, like the time I was watching it, I was also really bored throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Uh, I haven't seen much of the Coen Brothers, and I think with the Big Lebowski made me feel like I don't think I would like a lot of their movies if it was like kind of the same pace and everything. But I
Hmm.
well, I mean, I'd be down to rewatch it again. Um, but yeah, no, because
Yeah.
I had heard like a lot of good things about the movie. Like it's really good, it's funny, and I just like it did not click for me at all.
Yeah. 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 Like I said, the first time I watched it, it didn't, but then the second time, I don't know why. I have no idea why. But when I was watching the second time, I was like, why didn't I think this was funny? Like, I really thought it was funny. Um, Adam, you said you were adding it to the watch list, so you haven't seen it.
Yeah, kind of so I'll let the viewers know if whoever is listening in audio form, just disclaimer, we apologize. A lot of technical difficulties. Austin's voice and Maynard's mic was very low at some points of that, and it kicked back in very loud. So
Mm,
I'll try to put a warning out. But yeah, I 90s is a very well, how can I say it? Like a Pandora box type of area for me. I
mm,
haven't opened it really and dived too much into it from only what
mm.
like kind of grandfathered into seeing as I was a kid.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of my list is going to consist of is a lot of stuff I've seen when I was growing up, um, or whatever was heavily like in pop culture what I've seen. So a
Mm.
lot of it like I haven't seen like the like more iconic 90's movies, but hope to dive a little bit more into it. So yeah, it's definitely on the watch list.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I would have thought that the 90s and 2000s would have been like the, or yeah, I guess I would have thought you would have seen a lot more 90s movies just because we're that, oh my God, that age, we're that age. And so, but yeah, no, that's what's good about the podcast, man. We put each other on. And so if you guys haven't seen it, y'all watch it and let us know in the comments what you think about it. Um,
Mhm. All right, Manny,
um,
what is your number
yeah.
four?
All right, my number four movie is gonna be The Iron Giant. Um,
Solid.
I yeah, a lot of these movies I think are like late 90's as well.
Yeah.
Um, I love this movie. It's a Brad Bird movie. It has weirdly enough Vin Diesel playing the Iron Giant on it. And it's just like a small movie that's it hits all the emotional points and it's really like another, classic like fish out of water. Like the Iron Giant is sent to Earth to like destroy the Earth, but then it's found luckily by like this boy that like shows him like just like he's like a little kid, like he's treating him like a kid and everything. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but I was struggling to make this list, and luckily Letterboxd like it makes you like you can filter it out by decade. And then I
Yeah.
saw all the 90's movies that I've seen. Not a lot. I've not seen that many 90's movie, but the
Same.
Iron Giant came out and I was like, I love this movie. It's an emotional movie, and I think it's one of those movies that I feel like if Pixar back in the heyday had this movie not come out yet, like it would have been under like that Pixar banner and everything. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's not too much to add for it because it's just a simple it's like I mean it's a kids movie, but it has like a really like strong theme about like war and all this stuff
Hmm.
in it.
Yeah.
But the voice acting is really good and everything in it, and the story is just it's very heartwarming.
Hmm. Yeah. It's a great movie. That's like a childhood movie for me. I love it. Easily rewatchable too. Short movie, it's animated, so it's usually short.
Mhm.
And so I think it's less than an hour and a half. But yeah, really good movie. I'm glad you have that in here.
Yeah, it's like an hour and 26 minutes. So
Yeah.
like it starts off fast and just the pace of it is really good as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely remember watching this movie, but I've probably seen it like twice, like a long time ago, so I don't remember much from it. I remember having a DVD for it a long time ago, but I don't think I ever went to open the case and rewatch it when I was growing up. It was strictly
Yeah.
Hot Wheels and Speed Racer in that DVD player.
Yeah.
um, it's a good one. Very popular one when they bring up animated old school movies. It's
Hmm.
definitely up there for a lot of people's list.
Yep.
Um, so my number four is going to be a David Fincher movie.
Ooh.
It's gonna be Fight Club with
Ooh.
Brad Pitt. Um, I watched this film for the first time, I believe, about a year and a half ago. I'm like, man, like I was talking about in another podcast, like this film has a lot of pop culture relevance in our society. It's always referenced, and they always dive back into it in other films. You can see inspiration in other films, kind of diving back into it, into the like the mind games of this movie.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just gonna say a disclaimer is that I have not seen it since I've the first time I watched it. So my memory of this movie is very vague. But like Maynard said, that when I went back into my letterbox where you can filter it strictly into the 90s, it was on my top of my list on that front row. And
Hmm.
I do remember liking it very much. Unfortunately, I do not have my personal like review because I wasn't writing reviews on my letterbox at that time. I was just doing star ratings.
Hmm.
But um generally what I remember from this film is like the twist at the end. It was like it worked so well for the movie. Like
Yeah.
you can see there was if you happen to rewatch this movie, which I did, I watched it like soon after. Like you can tell there's signs and stuff that you can pick out. Like it tells a story within the story in a way,
Hmm.
which I really enjoy those types because um, that's the whole point of a movie. It's not just to be able to watch it once. You need to be able to enjoy it multiple times and get different perspectives from the movie. And I think that's what Fight Club brought to the screen, and that is why it is at my number four. Can't dive too much into it, unfortunately, but um, it's up there for me for 90s movies.
Yeah, really good movie.
Mhm.
When I was a teenager, I watched this movie all the time, dude, all the time. And it's funny, I haven't watched it in probably like 8, 9 years, but I watched it probably like 4, 5, 6 times when I was a teenager, and I need
Wow.
to rewatch it again because obviously I'm not gonna pick up on everything as a teenager, you know.
Right.
Of course, the twist and everything, which
Hmm.
I won't say because I don't know if Maynard's seen the movie. But really good. And you're right, it's still relevant today.
Hmm.
And it was funny at the time. It was a box office bomb.
Yeah, I remember being a bomb.
Yeah, and people thought it was too dark, and they didn't get it, and now it's heralded as a classic.
That's how all of a society always is.
Mm,
They always started bringing back all these like old movies. Like, oh man, we misjudged this movie.
hmm
Biggest thing is tying that back into like um people like somehow enjoying Thor the Dark World, even that though that movie was trash. People say, we misunderstood that movie because once we got Thor Ragnarok, all the tone shifted, and now we
mm,
got Taika Waititi's Thor Love and Thunder. We should appreciate what's it called? The God level Thor and stuff. I'm like,
mm.
bruh, like
No,
not all
no,
movies need like a renaissance. But yes, there are
no.
some films that come back and it's like, yes, it was a really good film, which just misunderstood at the time.
Right, right. Have you seen it,
Uh,
Maynard?
I did see it,
Okay.
and I I thought it was an all right movie. Like
Mm,
all right. I mean, yeah, it's one of those movies I also saw really late. I think it was like in college by the time I saw it. Once again, I mean, I saw it in all those like watch Moyo videos of like the top 90's movies, twist
yeah.
movies, and all this stuff. Uh, but yeah, I just thought it was all right. I
Gotta give it a rewatch now. Your frontal lobe is developed now.
I don't know. I think like I'm not even gonna talk about this movie because it's not on my top
Mm.
four. But like even like the movie Seven, like it
Hmm.
was just an all right movie for me too as well.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like,
Maynard.
and I'm not saying all right, like oh I had a bad time, but like I it's not like one of my like oh yeah this is like a top 90's movies. Like I was like it's a good movie, but that was about it.
Oh, Maynard, you just hurt my heart, dude.
Did you want to add that to your honorable mention? But disclaimer. Okay, I'm gonna go back, y'all, audience. We're gonna give one honorable mention quick out the way, because I
Yep.
know sometimes making lists are hard. So, Austin, did you have a one that almost made the list?
It was seven.
It was seven.
It,
Okay, that's
Mm.
why
it
that's why
was
I came
seven.
back to this segment because I that reaction like tell me like it was up there for you.
Yep, it was my honorable mention. Yeah. Oh, Maynard. Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so dark. That's why I love David Fincher movies. They're so dark. I like that dark stuff, you know. And so, man, dang, Maynard, that really hurt.
Yeah, I mean it is like it's good, but it's like I just
It
cannot.
just,
Yeah,
yeah,
it didn't hit me as much as I think it would have.
yeah,
I mean it has the most famous like tag of
yeah.
like what's in
What's
the
in the
box,
box?
box, what's in the
Yeah.
box. Yeah, I think it must. I think it was a little bit over the top after watching the whole
Mm,
movie and everything.
bruh, dude. Okay, Maynard, what was your honorable mention?
You just
Oh,
got him flustered.
I don't even have an honorable mention. Let me see.
Dang, that many 90s movie
Mm,
that was not seen.
actually, no.
There's got to be
I'll
something
say
animated
this.
in there. Come on.
No, no, no. I was flip-flopping between these two, but I'm gonna put The Parent Trap as my honorable
It's a
mention
good
Oh,
one.
yeah,
Enjoy it.
yeah,
because
good. Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to put it on the, but I was like, it's a really rewatchable movie.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
But I was like,
is.
I think I gotta stay away from too many rewatchable movies here at times.
I
Mm.
Uh,
didn't I didn't know it until my patient told me this past week that it was a remake from an
yeah,
Yeah, it
original. I did
I
not
is.
think
know
like
that.
from the
I learned something
60s or
new.
something like that.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies like I saw growing up, took me to I was like a teenager, like early 20s to find out that it was not Lindsay Lohan having a twin, it was just her playing both roles.
Exactly.
Mm.
I rewatched this movie I think earlier last year, and it still holds up. Like it's a good
Yeah, it's good.
family movie and everything. Like
Hmm.
it's a movie that like if I have kids, like I'll show them this movie growing up and everything.
Adam, your honorable mention, real quick.
It was gonna be Men in Black.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, great. You're number four, Adam.
Oh, did I go? I already went over my number four. It was
Oh,
pretty
I'm
close.
sorry.
We
I'm
just went
sorry.
on a rant. That's why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll jump into my number three. This
Mhm.
is going to be a movie I know nobody's probably heard of, nobody's seen. It's called, well, the actually goes by two names, and I don't know why. It either goes by Blood and Honor or Blood In, Blood Out, which is what I've always known it as. But on Letterboxd, it's Blood and Honor, or Bound by Honor, excuse me. But it's a 1990 movie, 93, I believe. It is a 3 hour long movie. And I watched this on YouTube. It was one of those, it's like older movies that's just on YouTube randomly out there. And I'm like, this is actually good. Now, I will say, there's no way anybody watching this, listening to this, would ever put it up there in the top movies. But it gave me a different perspective of, honestly, Mexican culture because I didn't know much about it when I watched it. And I watched this when I was in college, and it like gave me a different side of like L.A. Mexican culture, and I just think it's so good. I love the three different stories of the three different guys that it follows, and one's a cop, one's a drug addict artist, and the other guy's a criminal. And they do a really good job of intertwining them. Some of the acting is not great. I don't know why I love it so much, but I think it's just so good. And for some reason, I connected to it, even though like I'm not Mexican. I don't, like obviously we have a big Mexican influence here in Texas, especially Houston. But maybe that's why. But I just love the movie. Um, it's not something I would ever recommend because, like I said, it looks old. It looks like a TV movie, and it's 3 hours long. But it holds my attention. It doesn't feel 3 hours to me. So that would be my number three is Blood In, Blood Out, or Bound by Honor, which is what's the name in Letterbox.
man, Austin,
Never
you are
even.
the embodiment of like a letterbox user.
I know. Wants to make his letterbox so diverse that like he can say that when his Spotify or letterbox rap comes out, he's the only one that's seen this movie on the top percentage.
Hey man, it is what it is. It is what
It's
it is.
like
But yeah,
how we were doing the first episode and you were just like putting movies from like the 70s, 80s. I
Hmm.
was like, ah,
hey, you gotta
what?
watch them, man. They're
This is
good.
this is why we got three different people on this
Yeah.
podcast. They have
Yeah,
all three
yeah.
different tastes.
And that's right. That's right. Maynard, you're number three, man.
My number three is gonna be The Silence of the Lamb.
Ooh,
Uh,
great.
this is a movie I saw once again in like when I was in college. I saw it in my film studies class. Uh, and I'm really glad that like my professor really liked a lot of like 90s, 80s movies. And that's all he showed us. I had heard so many things about this movie once again, like growing up, but I never watched it. I was like, I don't know if I'm interested in it. As y'all can see, I really like more lighthearted movies. This is not a
Yeah.
lighthearted movie at all. It's
No.
very tense throughout. And it's really carried a lot by Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins like performances.
Hmm.
I love I This is one of the movies that really made me like mystery movies again. It's not like your classical like murder mystery, but it's like the tension of like when Jodie Foster's like talking to Anthony Hopkins like throughout the whole movie and everything.
Hmm.
Um, I just really love it. I think it's one of the top movies of the 90's, and I think it lives up to that title for me.
Yeah. Iconic. Um,
Hmm.
it's funny. I watched this and I really liked it. And I rewatched it last year. And everybody always talks about Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins, but
Hmm.
the movie is so good at demonstrating sexism in the workplace. Dude, when I rewatched it, that's something, you don't notice as a teenager, especially as a teenage boy. And when I rewatched it last year, I'm like, oh my God, man, the directing is so good of showing little subtleties of sexism, not wanting her to go look at a body because they say they think she's going to be squeamish, but they invite all the men. And they just show a woman's perspective of men looking at her. You see them like, man, it's just directed amazingly. He won Best Director at the Oscars that year, Jonathan Demme. They won Best Director, Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay. It's the last movie that's won the big five Oscars. The movie hasn't done that. So it's been 30 years, over 30 years now. So, yeah, great movie.
Yeah, have you seen it, Adam?
I have just a one-time watch a couple of years ago. I personally don't remember too much from it, but I do remember seeing it. It
Mm,
was like one of those back so crazy to say background movies when I was studying.
mm. Dang,
Uh,
priorities.
yeah. It was a good choice. Like when I was doing like my research and see, okay, like what are my top movies? Like, what are like general consensus of top movies? So that was definitely up there for majority of people's list. It's a good one. Going to my number three, uh, talked about a little bit in our previous podcast. It is going to be the first Rush Hour.
Mm,
Uh, very enjoyable movie and also rewatchable. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker's like chemistry is like top notch,
yeah,
and I hope with the new one coming out that they can reach that somewhat close to that same level of chemistry, even with the same
I don't
people.
know.
But it's going to be very tough. I just hope they just go full all out because like if the boys and all these other shows can do that, the same
Mm,
thing, like they don't care what the public thinks, they just make what they want to make. I think it can be a very enjoyable. But going back into the first Rush Hour, I mean, just that's their introduction to more like main Hollywood Jackie Chan, I would
mm,
say. Um, him doing his own stunts is always a good sight to see because it makes you feel lived in into the movie. It doesn't feel fake at all. Like you know it's him doing it, so it makes it more believable as a viewer. And then as
mm,
Chris Tucker's like um his comedic side bouncing off Jackie Chan is so well done. I mean, I don't even know like I haven't done much like background into like what how the script was, but I think
mm.
half this movie has to be just
Ad lib.
yeah, ad lib. Like it has to be. There's no way that they script this in. Maybe
Yeah.
certain points, but it's like
Oh
story
yeah.
story is okay. I mean, but like it's just one of those like you can pop into the DVD player and you watched it over and over again. Like remember having this one as a kid, Men in
Mm,
Black,
mm,
and the original Karate Kids, and this one was like one that ran through that DVD player a lot.
yeah. Yeah, like you said, the story is just like any other story.
Yeah.
Buddy cop story, but it's them.
Yes,
The
them.
chemistry. It's the chemistry. It's the chemistry. and like you said, broke Jackie Chan into the mainstream U.S. wise. And so, yeah, that's a great pick. Obviously, if you saw the video before this, the franchises, this is one of my favorite franchises. So you've heard what I have to say about that. So I'm not going to say too much, but yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah. And I do agree, like that movie is carried by their chemistry because I've only seen the third one. But even
Oh,
then, like I mean, Rush Hour 1 came out in 1998 and then the third one came in 2007.
2007. Yeah.
And you can still see like that chemistry carried on throughout all those years.
Hmm.
And I think those are the only movies like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan have worked on together. So you can see like that chemistry like was so strong that it just carried out.
Hmm.
Because I love the third one. I seen the third one multiple times as well. Like I popped out on the DVD and it's so funny. Those jokes, like even to
Yeah.
this day, I think those jokes are still like
It
they did
doesn't feel
not.
dated. It's not
Yeah,
dated. You
they're
can
not.
rewatch
Hmm.
it. Yeah.
It's like when you
Yeah.
hear the jokes, they don't feel like
It's not
racist or
attacking
like
anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just yeah, like at
Like
that time,
two
like yeah,
friends just
yeah,
going at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
and it's so funny.
yeah.
So I do want to watch the first one and the second one as well.
Yeah.
I hope they do not get held back on like script wise, like they're afraid to like make fun
Go
of themselves.
there.
Yeah, to go there.
Yeah.
Because come on, like that's the whole point. If you got your panties in a wad and
It's
like
comedy.
yeah, it's comedy. That's how it is. Like, of course,
Hmm.
not everyone's gonna enjoy it, but you just gotta understand like this. That's like this how filmmaking is. Like, it's made in the under this director's like brain and like eyes. Like, this is how these type of movies are supposed to be structured and made. Of course, you're not gonna
Hmm.
like it, but you know it's there. That's why there's millions and millions of other movies that you can go watch if you enjoy
Hmm.
other
Hmm. Um, so that'll lead me to my number two. My number two is Good Will Hunting.
things.
It's a movie, one of the probably top 10 movies I've seen the most in my life. Um, Amazing script, and of course, the acting's great and everything. But I don't know, there's just something about the movie that just it just resonates with me. Like I get it, and like there's been so many movies that have tried to do their formula of make a really really smart kid in a bad system, and then there's somebody who's there to save him and stuff. It's been like knockoff like so many movies, but this movie got it right. Obviously, the story broke Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, started their major Hollywood careers that they're still continuing today, and super influential. Got Robin Williams, R.I.P. his first Oscar, first and only Oscar. Great performance by him. And yeah, it's just and Minnie Driver. I think she gets overlooked because it's Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Robin Williams. Minnie Driver, the main female lead in the movie, she's great in it too. Great chemistry with Matt Damon. She's like just really cool, And so I love that movie. Have you guys? I'm assuming one of you have had seen it.
Yeah, I've seen
Don't let
this
me
movie.
down. Okay.
I've seen it.
Okay. Okay.
I've seen it in Dr. Shell's class. I'm not Dr. Shell's, Mr. Shell's class.
Oh, oh, that's crazy because that is not a movie you put on. I mean, that's not a movie a school system should put on for high school kids. High school kids should be able to watch it. But just knowing the school system, I'm surprised he got that because they curse a lot in that movie.
Yeah.
You
Times have
know,
changed, Austin.
Hmm.
Times have changed.
oh my god. But yeah, so that would be my number two.
Yeah, I really like the movie.
Mhm.
It's a really good watch.
Mhm.
And yeah, I love the performances of all three of them in there
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah,
Very good movie.
and
Just one
and
of
it's a
actually
movie.
one not my higher picks for a Matt Damon movie, but
Yeah.
it's a good movie.
Yeah, and ironically, the movie partially is about counseling, and that's what I'm going to
Mhm.
school for. So it resonates in that way too. But yeah, Maynard, you're number two.
My number two is actually one of your top movies, and it is Goodfellas.
Mm,
It's one of the only, like one of the few like gangster movies that I've seen.
mm,
Uh, and I was like reading about it again and everything 'cause, I don't have time to watch it right now. But I love this movie. It's a long movie,
Hmm.
And I can't remember if it feels long or if it doesn't feel long, but I just remember like throughout beginning to end, like I was just having so much fun throughout the whole movie. Um, and I think that's a good like it's a strong tell like how strong the story is. It's by Martin Scorsese, so I mean like that's his wheelhouse.
Hmm.
And it is carried by like three really good actors like Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. But yeah, it like the story's like it's so well done. It starts out fast and it has a really good pace for a really long movie. And I love the ending as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, I there's not much I can say about it because I've only seen it once.
Hmm.
But I just remember I was hooked throughout the whole movie. Like I was never bored throughout it all. Which is weird
Yeah.
because like that's why I don't watch a lot of 90s ratings movies because I feel like I'm not as hooked on them,
Mm.
especially like longer movies.
Yeah.
But the writing is like it's really strong. I love the dialogue throughout the whole movie as well.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
brain rot got you, bro.
And nowadays it
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. For real. For
It's hard not to watch something just to get you immediately hooked. It needs a good opening.
real.
It does. It does.
Hmm.
Well, as you
Yeah.
know, I haven't seen it. Viewers still haven't seen it since episode one, or
Mm.
yeah, episode one. Um, don't know when I'm gonna see it. I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
put a time on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, you guys know it's one of my favorite movies of all time, top five. So I love it. You guys have seen the first episode, so I'm not going to say too much. But yeah, I mean, amazing movie. Amazing movie.
Okay, then going into my number two is gonna be diving into the animated side.
Mm.
It is gonna be the Hercules movie.
Oh,
I
okay. I like it.
I don't know why it is rated so high. Maybe it's due to the amount of times I've rewatched this movie over the years. That's through sitting through class because it was a in my school district. It was a very because I bounced around from Houston to Conroe, but when I was like going to school in Conroe, I don't know why this movie was always put on.
Mm.
I'm always locked in.
Mm.
Maybe it's the female love interest. I don't know. She got me.
Mm. Oh yeah.
um, but overall, very good music, very good storytelling. It's just a movie that you can probably relate to as just an underdog, just trying to do what's right and make a name for himself. And I think what I think was a Disney or it's the Disney movie, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Mm.
trying to think
Yeah.
if that's Pixar. But what Disney does with this one, with these all these original animated movies were really good at the time.
Mm.
That's why it's my number two. I don't have much to say about it. I enjoy the musical scores, especially in this movie. That's why I remember the most out of it.
Yeah, this is one of those movies where I remember it being good, and I'm like, I always see it like on Disney Plus, and like we should just watch it. And I never do, but I always remember it being good. And I remember a lot of people liking it. Like it has a high rating on Letterboxd. I'm at 3.8. So it's loved by the community. So, but I don't remember too much, and so I can't talk about it too much. But I do remember like,
I don't know if they ever gonna. I don't know if they made remakes of it yet that I'm aware of. I'm sure they
no,
have at this
Of
point.
Hercules?
Yeah,
I'm
I
oh,
surprised
think
they
like
haven't.
the
like
live
the
action
Disney
movie.
story or.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the Disney story, they haven't remade the Disney one, but they've remade a live
Oh, I
action
know the other
Hercules.
Hercules. Yeah, I know those. Those are trash.
Yeah, they are very trash. Um, but yeah, that's a good number two. I like. Do you think it's better than Toy Story?
You know, this was gonna be up there with my. I was gonna mention for my honorable mention is
Mm.
the original Toy Story, but I I personally don't think it ages well in regards to like
Mm-mm.
movies. I think it's just because of the animation is so like
Mm.
uncanny at the time.
Yeah.
It's very odd. I mean, Toy
Oh
Story to me is the
man.
best one out of all of them for sure.
Oh no, that's the worst one. Oh well, I'm not gonna say the worst. I'm not gonna say the worst. The original trilogy, which there only should have been three. It's my least favorite.
Agreed.
It's my least favorite.
Mm.
Um, but oh man. But hey, I like it. I like it. That's a good pick, Adam. Good pick. So my number one of the '90s. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie, and it is not. It is not. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Oh my god, I cannot believe I'm blanking. 1994. Vincent
Uh,
Vega, Sam Jackson. Oh my
oh,
god,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Oh, thank you, Maynard. That was a bad moment. That was a bad moment by me. It's not Pulp Fiction. It is his first movie ever, the
Hmm.
best movie he's ever made, Reservoir Dogs. My dad, when I was a teenager, young teenager, always told me about this movie. How his friend told him about it. He ended up watching it. He loved it. And so I watched it, and it's so good. It's so original. What's original about it is the dialogue. And I didn't know this at the time, but after, research, and now it's been talked about a lot, that people didn't talk that way in movies, like have a casual conversation about pop culture stuff, about music that's going on at the time, a movie, an actress, a guy, whatever's going on. Like people didn't talk like normal people all the time. And the dialogue, he's famous for his dialogue. It's so good. I think it's some of the best dialogue he's ever written. The opening scene is amazing. It's a short movie. It takes place 90% of the movie is in one building.
It's a bottle
And
movie.
yeah, it's so compact, and it's made on a low budget. The acting is really good, but it's really the dialogue. The dialogue. And what's amazing about it, it's a heist movie and you don't even see it. You don't see the heist. And it's that's how amazing it is. It's like the premise of the movie, you don't even see it, and it holds your attention. It's bloody, it has iconic moments. There's a song in the movie that if you hear it anywhere else, that's you're going to think about that scene. You're going to think, and I wish I could remember the name of the song. Um, it's like, yeah, here I am, stuck in something with you. I can't think of the name, but amazing movie. I think it's the best movie he's ever made. It's his first movie. I don't think he's topped it. Pulp Fiction, everybody considers like his best movie or top two, but it's not even in my top three for him. We'll get to that topic, I'm sure, another day. But Reservoir Dogs, the best movie, one of the best movies in the '90s.
I
I'm
agree
sure
with
if I've
you.
seen more 90s movies, all these movies will be in my top list. If I've seen it.
Oh,
No.
you never know. You
Yeah.
never know. I mean, it's just like it's funny. It makes you like not think, but it's like, oh, yeah, that's kind of funny to think about, and just the lines, the delivery of the lines, the just the ideas. Like I said, it's just so impressive that a heist movie you don't see the heist, and it's like a 90 something percent Rotten Tomatoes. It's considered one of the greatest independent films ever made. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, and of course, jump started him into the person he is now. And so, Reservoir Dogs, one of the best movies in the '90s.
Good pick.
I've seen it. It's a chaotic movie.
Yeah.
Like the dialogue is like chaotic, and it's like, yeah, it's just a crazy movie. And I do agree with you. I think that is one of his best movies, and I think it's
Mhm.
forgotten just because it is his first movie.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I do like that movie a lot, actually.
Yeah,
I really
it's
like that
amazing.
movie.
It's amazing. Rewatch it, Maynard.
I'll be
Adam,
honest, I
watch it,
gave that
dude.
movie a 3 stars on Letterboxd, and I think
Mm.
I did it just for the fact
Just to
that
fill
when
in the
I
list.
no, I was like filling out a lot of the movies. I was like, I feel like I'm giving out way too many fours. So I gave that
Oh,
one a three.
yeah,
I actually like this movie a lot better than Pulp Fiction.
yeah.
I don't even know if this. I'm not the biggest fan of Pulp Fiction either. I've seen it
Mm.
once, and once again, it's just I did not like it.
Rewatch it, Maynard. It's really good, but it's just not at the same level as Reservoir Dogs.
I don't know. There's something about Pulp Fiction. I was just like, nah, I'm okay. I don't know why really like why it got much of a cult classic than like Reservoir Dogs, but
Mm.
I prefer Reservoir Dogs over Pulp Fiction any day.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the credit that people give Pulp Fiction for because a lot of people say that's the movie that changed the game. That's the movie that was copied a lot. And it was because it was popular, but all the same things he was doing in Pulp Fiction, he did in Reservoir Dogs. The non-linear timeline. You go here and then you go here. You go to the end, you go to the beginning. That happened in Reservoir Dogs. The dialogue, the things they're talking about, that happened in Reservoir Dogs first. So even though he's like one of the biggest directors in the world, even that gets overlooked a little bit. Like it's actually Reservoir Dogs that started all this stuff. Pulp Fiction is the most influential because it was the most popular, but really the influences started in Reservoir Dogs, and so I feel like it should get more recognition.
It really should.
Yeah,
Okay,
Maynard, you're number
Maynard.
one, man.
Yeah.
My number one, I talked about this series and my top series last episode. And it's Before Sunrise. There's
Oh,
only two movies that I gave like a 4.5 stars on Letterboxd, and it was this one and Goodfellas.
mhm,
Um, I I know I think last week I said the second one was my favorite one.
mhm.
Um, I read more. I like just read the summary again of like Before Sunrise and everything. And I was like, no, it was this one. This one was my favorite one. Uh, I I mean, it's the same thing I said like last week. It's just such a good love story. I love the dialogue in it. I love how like it ends without us like it ends in an unconventional way of like they don't get together at the end or anything like that. It might be a spoiler, but I don't think that really ruins throughout the whole movie because the whole point of the movie is just the connection that they both build throughout
In
one
12
whole
hours, yeah,
in
or
12
a day.
hours. And then with the two sequels, you can see how those 12 hours really changed their lives forever.
Mhm,
And it's such a good romance movie
mhm.
that has a sad, semi-sad ending to it. And I think I was reading the reviews about like in Letterboxd and stuff, and one of them said like I rewatched this movie and it gave and then like he lowered the rating because he was like it panders to like the youthful thought of love. And I was like, but it is because like in the movie
Yeah,
they're like in the early 20s and like
yeah,
I think
that's the
like that's
point.
like yeah, I think for almost most people like yeah, like oh, I'm traveling in Europe. I met this other person and we just had like this magical night together and everything. And it's I love this movie a lot. And I highly recommend it to anyone that likes romance movies.
That's stupid, whoever made that comment, because it literally does the non cliche thing, or actually, it does the most realistic thing. Where if you meet someone, you had an amazing time with them, but you're in live in a different country, 99.9% of the time, you're not going to stay there. And
Yeah.
so, it's the reality. It's not hokey. If it was pandering, it would have been they would have stayed.
Yeah.
He would have stayed. That would have been pandering because the audience would have wanted it. So that's a terrible review. Whoever wrote that, that's awful. You don't know what you're talking about. I hope you see this podcast. You never will, but I hope you do somehow. Hope you do.
It'll find its way. The internet does a lot of mysterious things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for real. Yeah, that's a good pick,
Um
man.
Yeah, and one more other thing I really do like about this movie is like there's moments of just silence of just them being there,
Yes,
and it
yes.
hits, it
It
hits. Like
does.
it's able to tell a story without them saying a single word, and it's really
Exactly.
good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
From what
bro,
you're
dude.
talking about, like what you just mentioned, like sitting there in silence and also saying like that's the most realistic thing like could happen in real life, and like you describing it like makes it sound like okay, like the director was actually like very understanding, like what like a real life situation of like a couple, like yeah, you're gonna have those moments of sitting together, like it's just about being in each other's presence is what's the most
Mhm.
valuable time, and no words sometimes doesn't need to be said to express your
Yeah,
love to another. So
exactly, exactly.
okay, wrapping up to the end, my number one is gonna be the most iconic, probably 90's, possibly is gonna be Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Yeah,
It is
yeah.
Forrest Gump. Um, talk about like rewatchability. And
Mhm.
I think I've seen alone this movie. like 20 something times on ABC Family on
Mm, yeah.
channel 632. That movie is like constantly yearly on that show or on that
Hmm.
channel. And then I
Yeah.
think I've seen it in the hospital like multiple times being played. And like it's such a great like just like kind of bringing it into real life. Like it's such a great conversation starter because you have people from all age groups have seen this movie and you can
Yeah.
actually have a generally good conversation with them. Like even if it's not even talking about the movie, like a lot of it, like when I talk with my patients, it's like kind of bringing it back in their time. Like, hey, when this movie came out, like this is how it was, and like this how how things were, and it's like everyone enjoyed it back then, and people still enjoy it now,
Hmm.
and just the different sceneries and different things that go out throughout this movie, the different decades. I mean, obviously, the first half of the movie is with young Forrest, and
Yeah.
then you go into him in his like younger adult years. He gets enlisted. He goes to Vietnam, goes through that whole war, and he's lieutenant. Goes through the whole cycle of Forrest's life, and I think it was just really well shot, and it builds upon his character throughout the movie. Like he's I don't know what the specific word for him, intellectually challenged,
Yeah.
like maybe
Yeah.
autistic. I don't know what they define it as in that movie,
He
but
might be, he would be classified on the spectrum,
on
most
the
likely
spectrum.
nowadays. Yeah.
Um, it just shows him at that time how hard it was to be a little bit different from everybody else, but he makes the best out of it.
Mm.
Um, Jenny, she's trash, bro. Just
Yeah.
awful person. It's gonna say
Hmm.
that now. Like brings no value to him at whatsoever.
That on zero,
Zero. Like
zero
it
value.
is
Literally.
like trying to baby trap him and it works unfortunately. But um just
No, I'll
like
give her that. She only did that because she knew she was dying. I'll give her that. She
yeah.
didn't try to pin it on him. I'll give her
I mean,
that.
I guess they gave him his bloodline like continues, and she
Mhm.
named him after him too, which is I guess a good thing too. But everything else that she did, she was like diabolically like the worst character to be as,
Yeah.
as your partner. But the scenes with Lieutenant Dan were
Hmm.
so good.
Yeah.
So many iconic scenes. Um, and I actually looking back into the movie, I really enjoy his relationship with his mom.
Yeah.
Like I love my mom very much too in that sense, and I think it connected me in that way because in the movie she eventually gets sick and she eventually passes away, which is very uh like firsthand experience of me going through that when I was a younger kid. It was like okay, like
Hmm.
I really enjoy that connection that Forrest has with his mom, and it hit me in that heartstrings there.
Yeah.
Well, it's so good. Like I think you can even put it on any point of the movie and just start like
Yeah.
you can just put it on the ping pong scene when he's going to
Yeah.
China. A good like little segment. He's
Yeah.
doing that throughout the military service. It was so funny.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. It's funny. I rewatched it maybe a month ago,
Mhm.
and I've seen it since I've known like Jenny's like really not a good character. But I was rewatching and like, man, she literally does nothing
She
for
does
him.
nothing.
Nothing. There, like, she doesn't need to be. No, I'm not gonna say she doesn't need to be in a movie because I do like her character in there, but she
Well,
literally does nothing for him.
she's like his driving factor basically. So she
Yeah,
does
I
have a
mean,
point in the movie, but
yeah.
she bangs him and leaves, bangs him and leaves.
Mm,
That's it. Like
mm,
that's also her use.
yeah, but yeah, no, I think y'all can think about it. It might be the greatest feel good movie ever made. Like the movie's all positivity. Like there's negative things, but in the end, it ends up positive. And so I feel like it's like one of the greatest, if not the greatest, feel good movie. Now I don't like feel good movies, but I like Forrest Gump. I love
Pursuit
Forrest
of
Gump.
Happiness was a good. Towards the end, it was a feel
That
good
ain't
movie.
that ain't no feel good movie. It's a feel sad movie, dude.
It's a sad,
Uh,
like
yeah,
99% of it's sad until the very
yeah.
end.
But yeah, no, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. Easily rewatchable. I agree with you.
Hmm.
It just you can put it on anytime. Um, And yeah, and like you said, I never thought about it, but yeah, you're right. Just any point in the movie, you can just put it on.
Any thoughts, Maynard?
I like it. It's a fun movie. It's like you said. It's like it's easily rewatchable. I also do things like one of those movies you can put on. You go do whatever you gotta
Mm-hmm.
do. Come back 30 minutes, and you can sit down, eat, and like watch whatever scene you're at.
Hmm.
And like you're not really that lost. You're just like, yeah, Forrest got himself into that, and it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense with his dumb luck, which I envy so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude became rich. Like just
invested
fish
in
for
that.
shrimp, man.
He
I
did so
invested in this.
much.
He's like, I invested in this fruit company.
Um,
And it's Apple, dude. I'm like, oh my god.
it
But
does
Let me tell
have
yeah,
one
you,
of my saddest sets with Gum
oh, Bubba,
oh,
dying,
Bubba.
Baba dying in
Let me tell you,
Vietnam.
Rip Bubba, pour one out for him, but his restaurant is trash, low
Never
key. Not
been,
good.
never been either.
It is not good. I
won't
went down
support
in
it,
Destin,
but
Florida. It was
Mm,
very, very bland, which is crazy
mm.
because
it is so interesting.
you would think they would have really good like Cajun seasoning. It was the gumbo was so not good. It was so bland. It was watered down. Maybe
You
I
gotta
just
go to
bought it at the bad
Louisiana,
time.
man. You gotta go to
Maybe
Louisiana.
so. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. That is our episode, I believe, six or seven. Six. Uh, that is our done for the episode on our podcast. We just went over our our top four 90s movies. If you have your top four, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you disagree or agree with us, let us know. What are your thoughts about our picks? If you had a specific one that you enjoyed the most, let us know also in the comments. We will be releasing episodes weekly, and you can follow us at the Z Listers on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And we also, thanks to Maynard, we are on Spotify now, so you can listen to us in audio form. Thank you, Maynard.
Yep.
Um, we are slowly going to be rolling out episode two through present, but it's going to take some time. We're still working out. We're still early phases of this podcast, but thank you for joining us. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.